What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Living Life Fast. Today you join me with a close friend Jamie in his Subaru WRX GB270 limited edition Pro Drive. Is that what you call it, Jamie? Yeah?
Yeah, mate, you got it.
Yeah. So yeah, basically we're going to be doing like a joyride video. We'll just go over the car. I don't know too much about Subarus. Obviously I grew up with them, but I've never actually bought one myself. This is the man that he's the Jack man, you could say. I met you when you had the
I've had a Starlet Turbo.
The Starlet Turbo, yeah. That was a rocket, that was as well. Yeah. So what is this car then? So it's got some crazy name, man. It's like a sentence, isn't it? For the
so it's an Impreza WRX GB270.
Yeah.
Made by Pro Drive. It was the last edition of the saloon that they done before the hatchback.
Okay. It looks beautiful, man. It's like a toy, isn't it? It's like
it does look like a toy car, yeah.
And what's the power figure in it then?
So standard they run 266 bhp.
266, yeah. Okay.
410 newton meters of torque.
Okay.
It's got the 2.5 litre flat 4 engine. It's like all-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive.
So all four wheels are permanently spinning all the time, yeah. Yeah, so it's a Pro Drive. So what does that mean? That do you get extras with the car? It's a Pro Drive.
It's a limited edition. You get the Pro Drive Performance Pack.
Yeah, so I can see the Pro Drive wheels you got there.
The Pro Drive wheels, the Pro Drive spoiler.
Yeah.
It comes with a quick shift gear change.
Okay.
And it's obviously got the Pro Drive map on it as well.
Okay. So, Pro Drive map, yeah. So what's that? Just change the aggression of the.
Yeah, it just takes it because it's only a WRX standard. They're about 226.
Oh right.
It takes it up to 266 with a Pro Drive pack on there.
Okay.
So it gives it that bit more performance, you know.
No, you mentioned you've got a new exhaust or something like that.
Yeah, I've just fitted a Hayward and Scott Midland rear exhaust system, stainless steel.
Okay.
With like the angle jack can on there.
Okay.
Just to make it a bit louder, because they do come with a Pro Drive exhaust.
Yeah.
It wasn't loud enough for me. I need a bit more noise than that. So.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely giving it a bit more throaty, that burble, that Subaru sound. You know? It's giving it a bit of a better sound.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what my guys are going to say, man, because they're normally into their German cars, so it's going to be a bit of a throw off, you know.
The Jack power, you know.
The Jack power,
a run for your money, you know.
Yeah. Maybe at the lights, but you did say on the way that you raced at E92, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got blown out, didn't you?
He did slightly pull away from me, yeah. But that was in a straight line, yeah. We get to the bends and we'll see what happens then.
So what about the front? Because the front looks a little different as well. You got like sort of like mesh sort of grills and that at the front.
It's a Hawkeye edition with the lights. Comes with the xenon bulbs.
Yeah.
All the mesh grills is also part of the limited edition with the GB270. It comes with that as well.
Okay.
It's also had like the STI front splitter put on it as well. That was an optional extra. It does have an STI front bumper as well. That's why it looks a bit more beefy at the front as well.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, man. So you got the GB270 printed on the seats as well.
One were an optional extra.
Yeah. Optional, yeah.
Yeah, because some of them just came with like a plain blue seat, basically.
Okay.
These were an optional extra out the factory. With the GB270 logo. Yeah. And obviously you got the numbered plaque in the middle as well.
All right. So what number is it? 239.
Number 239.
Out of 270, is it?
Nah, they made 400 GBs in total.
Yeah.
300 were the saloon model. Yeah. And then 100 were an estate model that looks slightly different, but they're still a GB270.
Okay.
So obviously there's only 300 of this particular type that they ever made. But obviously it was a UK spec model. It was only released in the UK.
All right. Let's should we just get out in the car then?
Yeah. This about 3 months now.
3 months, yeah. And I've known you probably had at least 2-3 Subarus.
Yeah, this is the first one I've had, yeah.
And you just daily drive them, yeah?
Yeah, I use them every day.
Yeah, guys, just to let you know, yeah, look at this guy's arm. I'll show it to the camera, man. He's actually got a Subaru tattoo on his arm, so this guy is the most certy, like, you know, he's certified. He's got it tattooed on his arm.
Through and through.
Yeah, one thing that's always put me off is them getting stolen.
This car, this one's got a tracker on it, so it's not too bad. Yeah.
But are they easily?
Not really. It's alarmed and stuff. Like they are quite easy. Yeah, the insurance is expensive. It's not too bad now. When I was younger, but I paid a lot of money to insure it.
So is there actually a difference with the engine, the internals with the STI?
I think the inlet manifolds are different on the STIs.
Because they're like 270 stock, aren't they?
About 280, I think, standard, yeah. And with a Pro Drive pack, they run 320. The STI models come with Brembos.
Yeah.
You don't get them on this. It does have 4-pot calipers, but if I could change anything on the vehicle, I probably will look at upgrading the brakes eventually, because it just doesn't give you the confidence you need, you know.
Grips, man.
Second to none.
Yeah.
Obviously they were used in the rally quite a lot. You know, they're just superior as far as handling goes, I think.
Yeah.
Having the all-wheel drive, you know. Yeah,
so what is it? It's like a permanent four-wheel drive, you say? So it's not like the Holdex where it kicks in once now and again.
No, it's not like a Quattro where it's split it between the wheels or anything. It's
just permanent.
Permanently, yeah. You have to be a good driver to handle a rear-wheel drive, whereas, you know, it's a lot easier to drive a four-wheel drive car, you know. Gives you a lot of confidence, make you feel like it's easy to do, you know.
Back steps out on these though still, doesn't it?
It does. If you sort of come off the throttle around the bends, the back will sort of go a bit, but if you stay on the throttle and just, you know, keep calm and control it, then it's pretty fun. You can get them sort of power sliding a bit.
If in doubt, flat out.
That's the one. That's Colin McRae said, yeah. It's the way they come out of the bends as well, like when you power out of a bend.
Full traction.
I often find, like when I race sort of maybe a front wheel drive car or something, you know, something turboed front wheel drive pretty quick that you sort of keep up in a straight line. It's all good and well in a straight line, but then as soon as I come to a bend and I come out of the bend, that's when I pull away. Classic for a couple of grand, like 2-3 grand, and you can have just as much fun, like, you know.
Yeah, you were saying how the Evo's a bit more snappy.
Just felt a bit more skitty, yeah, like these feel like they're on rails, whereas the Evo just used to like wanting to let go all the time, do you know what I mean?
So it was like, it felt more rear wheel drive?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
With the Evos, apparently you can chuck it in.
Like, almost counter it, you mean?
Yeah,
like,
but apparently you haven't got to counter steer to catch the slide.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Apparently you can just keep turning in, the rear will step out and you can just turn in.
Because of the AYC, it probably almost sorts it out for you. Like.
Yeah. How long do you think you'll keep it? You plan to keep it?
Yeah, I'll probably keep it for a couple of years. I've got some plans for it. I want to get it sort of remapped. Wouldn't mind sort of anti-lag and launch control.
Yeah. Slightly nervous. Left it.
I'm cool, Rick. I know you can drive.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What's that little knock? Is that like a CV joint or something?
No, it's rear top mount. They're really common on these.
Okay.
You get a bit of movement in them.
Wow, the turbo is just really sensitive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's because it's 5-speed, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
All comes through, yeah.
Yeah, clutch ain't that bad. It is a little heavy, but I mean, it is quite precise, isn't it?
Yeah, the biting points are nice.
Like if you try jumping a BM for the first time,
quite heavy.
Not that they're heavy, just the biting points are a bit funny
Snappy,
on them.
like,
yeah, they're a bit weird. It's like right at the edge. Wow, that feels nice. Yeah.
Go on.
It's weird, isn't it? Because as I went round them, it's almost as if it dragged itself around to the right. I don't know, I can't explain. Definitely haven't felt that before. Definitely. Was it wrecked to?
6.5.
disabling everything off the M3 because it does become you in the car.
Is it really? Unless you're in the wrong gear, sort of.
I'm starting to notice that every manual car I jump in, I just feel like I've got so much more control.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's well known that a manual gives you more control, but you really do notice it, man. Like my car is great with the dual clutch transmission, but you just lose that element of driver involvement straight away. Like straight away, getting into this, it's a whole different thing. You just feel like you can just grab it by the scruff of the neck. And also with DCT, you get a little trigger happy with the paddles, like you just start changing gears for no reason, do you know what I mean? With a manual, it's like, you know, it requires a bit of effort, you know?
Yeah.
And your clutch is really solid as well. Right, so guys, that's the end of the video. It was kind of like a last second thing. I called Jamie yesterday and asked if he wanted to film his car. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it, Jamie. Thanks for letting me have a drive in it today. I didn't feel like the car sort of got into any trouble. Like, you know, it didn't understeer, didn't oversteer, it just felt perfect. The brakes felt fine on this, to be honest. They didn't feel like they needed upgrading.
No, yeah, it's probably only like real hard driving that I'll just probably say I wouldn't feel confident on them.
But yeah, it feels nice as well with the 5-speed manual. Just feels like you've got so much more control over the car. I didn't pressure the car one bit, you know, it didn't break a sweat.
Could handle it, yeah.
Right, so guys, that's the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Loads of more similar content like this. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next couple of days. Bye.
We're done.